Before the stars had names they wept, and from their tears the gods were kept. Born not of love but law and flame, they etched their truth in mortal shame. Tears was first with lips of gold, whose kiss made empires burn and fold. She whispered freedom, fever, fire, then left her lovers draped in wine. Morcia came on thunder's back, his war cry cracked the heavens black. He forged his wrath in soldiers' bone and crowned each grave with sharpened stone. They turned tide and tempest him, walked barefoot through the ocean's rim. Her gaze could calm the roaring deep, or drag a fleet into her sleep. Ooh. Forgotten kin, with forge our pulsing ash within. She sang to blades, to molten cries, and fed her heat to wingless skies. Sylvia, ruthless, wild and free, not man, not woman, not the tree. They wove the world in thorns and moss, where blood is gift and death no loss. Mid the queen of jade and light, whose laughter master hunger's bite. She walks in silk and speaks in stars, and dreams of chains that look like scars. And fervent shadow dressed in grace, whose breath is play, whose smile is lace. They do not shout, they barely move, they only touch and then remove. 7 gods and 1 high throne, 7 wounds we call our own. We pray to them with salted breath, but no, each gift is edged in death. They are not kind, they are not just, they mold our bones and grind to dust. Yet still we kneel beneath their flame, for gods may break, but so does name. We, who are called gods, a divine lament, spoken in the voice of the court of gods from their side of the veil. We did not ask for crowns of flame, the stars were ours, but not your name. You forged us idols out of fear, and gave us flesh we could not steer. We bled you rivers, shaped you laws, but never claimed to be your cause. It was you who built the shrine, who pressed our breath in blood and wine. I tis some hunger dressed in bloom. You call me sin, I call it wound. Each lust you loathe, I dare to free, and still you blamed your one on me. I'm more Here lies the world, once whole, now vain. Its bones splayed wide, where gods were chained. Each land a scar, each sea a name, each storm a whisper, cloaked in flame. In the age when the moons were still sisters, and the gods wore crowns of wind, came a king with fire in his shadow, Varafara born to bind. He walked from the waste of Urus brimstone, where the blood rains kiss the dust, carved a throne from broken swords, swore no king shall rot in rust. He crossed through Minostay's green shimmer, aloes like pearls in Thedan's hair, where whales sang hymns and poets wept, yet none had the will to dare. He braved the glass of Thermostay, where frostfire sings and an echo sweeps skilled castaware. The stars lie buried and stirred the Act-1 from sleep. The Elsinar fevered cities, wounds still raw from old despair, where ghosts walk proud in open daylight. He sowed peace like prayers through air. To the jungles, wild doves are home, where drums speak tongues no pen could tame. He drank their fire, kissed their queens, and left not conquest but his name. 5 lands, 5 wounds, 5 aching limbs. 5 lands, 5 wounds, 5 aching limbs. Each a thread in time's bright loom, and Varafara, war-born needle, sought to sow a world from ruin. But unity is not a silence, nor a stillness void of cries. It is many songs, discord sweet beneath one fractured sky. The dragons stirred beneath their mountains, the gods turned restless in their sleep, and while crowns were passed like torches, Varafara's dream grew deep. Now only whispers know his banner, torn and buried in the fen, but still the 5 remember what they were and what they could be again. Elsinar burns beneath Maywa's sky, gold and crimson where shadows lie. The sea bites hard at a broken crown, the woods still whisper what the gods tore down. And the Nurse fang obsidian and dread bleeds its rivers in rust and red. And in that storm her people sing of the crown that binds the god that clings. Oh, the land remembers every flame, every oath, every sacred name, through blood and ash, through tide and rain. Elsinar breathes through grief and pain. By the Everon sea where the lanterns glow, 'tis some soft and the warm winds blow. Lovers dance in the market's heat, while greed curls gold around their feet. Perfume, laughter, salt and sin, the goddess smiles where souls give in. Dream beneath her spell, forget the taste of their own farewell. Oh, the land remembers every flame, every oath, every sacred name, through blood and ash, through tide and rain. Elsinar breathes through grief and pain. The progenitor stirs, whispers coil where the void still purrs, and above it are eon sighs, a silver ghost across the skies. His scales are stars, his wings are grief, his breath brings frost, his heart believes. He hums the world that used to be, and mourns its shattered symmetry. At Morrows Way the thunder stands, a broken sword in trembling hands. His laughter cracks, his sorrow rings, each scar a hymn to fallen kings. The tide still knows his murdered son, the father fights though the war is done, and in his chest that storm still burns, for love, for guilt, for what returns. Oh, the land remembers every flame, every god who forgot their name, through storm and rot, through death and rain. Elsinar bleeds, but still remains. Elsinar breathes, but still remains. Salt on my tongue, ash in my hair. Dreams don't grow, not in the air down there. The docks are bones, the waves don't pay. We pray for light, but the light won't stay. The sea took our fathers, the gods took our faith. left us the hunger and a bitter taste. But we sang through the storm and the night would say, down in Morrows Way, we break, we pray, we stay. Ilsha's eyes were fire and glass. Ruutia laughed like thunder's wrath. We stitched our hearts in the dark, half drunk, trading sin for warmth and lies for love. She kissed like a knife that begged to stay. Said twerp, the gods can't find their own way. And the room was a world, and the world was safe. Down in Morrows Way, we break, we pray, we stay. Oh, we stay. Steel met storm, and I met flame. Bled through fear, forgot my name. Ji-Lin's eyes were tides of pain, but I swung that rust till the sky gave rain. Fell to my knees, found something divine. Not in the heavens, just this heart of mine. And the wind through the blood still seems to say, down in Morrows Way, we break, we pray, we stay. Oh, we stay. Yeah, we stay. 'Cause even the lost find light that way. Lanterns leaning, alleys low. Rain keeps time where sinners go. She walks through smoke like it's her stage. That grin could spark a barrel of rage. Rum and fire on her breath. She laughs at luck, she flirts with death. Every fool in town stops to stare. They think she's mercy, she like trouble, and she looks like Illiam still. Same sea green eyes, same crooked jaw. She's my twin through every flaw. If I'm the storm that wrecks the shore, she's the grin that says come back for more. She'll steal your smoke, your heart, your name, and thank you kindly for the game. She's the devil in the mirror, my reflection with a sneer. All charm, no shame, pure thrill. She moves like trouble, and she looks like Illiam still. Play a go. I tip my hat, she tips the scales. The night leans close and the daylight pales. She's the devil in the mirror, my reflection drawing near. No saint, no sin, just will. She moves like thunder, and she looks like Illiam still. Tomorrow's way she toast, where saints get lost and sinners stay.
Like a wave breaking glass, silver coins in her hair, bare feet in the grass.
Boys bow down just to watch her pass, but she never stays for the praise. There's thunder stitched inside her dress, a crown she wears like carelessness. She's her father's smile, the storm disguised, the saint of sorrow with devil eyes. She'll kiss you soft and drift away, the tide that never learns to stay. Ooh, the sea remembers every game she plays. She hums old songs her father wrote, carved in wind, in steel, in oath. Men all swear they'll build her a boat, but she's already sailing home. Her laughter hides the weight she bears, a legend's name, a heart that dares. She's her father's smile, the storm disguised, the saint of salt with devil eyes. She'll kiss you soft and drift away, a tide that never learns to stay. Ooh, the sea remembers every game she plays. She told me love was a borrowed thing, a whisper caught in a seabird's wing. she's her father's smile, wild and free, the ghost of a storm that smiles at me. And though she fades, I hear her say, mercy, love, don't make me stay. Ooh, the sea remembers, but forgets her name.
That bleed to flame, stars like jewels whispering my name. Oh, we'd fight for nights 12. Oh, for honor, for truth. Tonight I'm broken in a goddess's domain. Oh, I'll never break, never bend. Shouted reckless into the storm. Arrows sang their silver swarm. Illgora's warband filled the plain. Knights 12 banners snapped again. Squires braced for the great return. And then I saw him. Oh, we'd fight for Knights 12. Oh, for honor, for truth. Tonight I'm broken in a goddess's domain. Oh, what am I fighting for? A.M. boy of Morrows Way, May was light, crowned his clay, rusted sword against his thigh, sea green eyes met mine, defy dust, red lids that beacon flame, his name away, my soul reclaimed. He saw the wound my body hid, and still he looked within. Violet eyes find his across the field, soft as dawn through fog, then sealed. Tis his lure slips from my veins, but Illiam's storm remains. We'd fight for Nights 12. For honor, for truth. Tonight I'm broken in a goddess's domain. My violet eyes, my fading flame, still unbroken, still your Every bruise a little spark, every laugh a mark of heart. They said too small, they said too loud, but she learned to dance inside the crowd. Dreams don't wait for kings to call. They bloom in cracks along the wall. Hey, hey, I can fly, soared up to the painted sky. Every fall just lifts me higher, every scar a flash of fire. Hey, hey, hear me roar, this is what my heart is for. From Minostay to Elsinar, she's a shooting star. Lost her way in the forest rain, found herself and laughed again. Knew that strength was more than steel. It's a part of love that chooses to heal. When the tide turns rough and wild, she fights like mercy's fearless child. Light the lanterns, count to 10. She'll stand, she'll fall, she'll stand again. Hey, hey, I can fly, soared up to the painted sky. Every tear becomes a flame, every fear forgets its name. Hey, hey, sing it loud, brave and bright and unalive. Through the storms that made her scar, she shine, she's a shooting star. Don't smile, boy, it's far. Two hearts glowing in the dark, not a fairy tale, just truth. The bloom of courage called youth. You make me wanna fight for the light again. Hey, hey, we can fly side by side, we'll paint the sky. Every loss and every scar made us who we really are. Hey, hey, sing it loud, brave and bright and unalloyed. From the ground to Maywa star, see us shine, she's a shooting star.
The frost still clings to my iron skin. Echoes fade where the wars have been. I kneel in the ashes the gods once blessed. The storm in my blood at last finds rest. I've buried my rage beneath the snow. I swore to break, yet
Silken steel on a trembling shore. Stars burn cold through Minostay's lore. My father's ghost sleeps in the foam, and the sea keeps what it shows. I am the tide-bound crown, the storm that kneels, the wave that drowns. I rule no sea, it rules through me, a prince unmade by mercy. Their cheers were daggers, bright and thin, blood and salt on my porcelain skin. I chose to yield to let them live, and found my throne in what I give. The ocean hums beneath my scars. It knows the truth of who we are. I am the tide-bound crown, the storm that kneels, the wave that drowns. I rule no sea, it rules through me, a prince unmade by mercy. Let the anchor fall, let the name decay, let the foam erase what the courts would say. If I drown tonight, then so I reign, not in power, but in pain. I am the tide-bound crown, the calm between the breaking sound. The sea forgives, the gods forget, but I remember every day. The tide still calls me down, and I am the tide-bound crown.
Your hair's a storm I can't escape. Blue fire caught in ocean shapes. Your touch a sin too soft to pray. It pulls my breath and night away. The air hums silver on your tongue. You bloom like stars before they're sung. Every glance a current spins. I fall beneath your tidal skin. You move like light through water slow. Each sway a secret undertow. Your pulse ignites the god in me, a fever wrapped in clarity. You pull, I fall under your tidal skin. You rusted flame. You whisper low, I lose my name. The void hums softly in your veins. I crave the ache your grace contains. You spin, the sea forgets to roar. The sky bends down a taste once more. Your gaze burns gold, your body thin as light inside my mortal skin. Every step's a prayer, your rhythm makes the moon consume. Tis's hunger sings through me, sweet divinity, cruelty. Salt and silk upon your palm, my pulse drifts slow, your wave within. You are the chaos I died to begin. Of a shadow, glide of a blade. He moves like a whisper the dark has made. Scarlet ribbon, orbiting flame. Breath of danger murmurs his name. Eyes like embers, cool as stone. Every emotion sings, you're not alone. Promise unspoken, every glance a rhythm broken. Body of thunder, spirit of rain. How do I breathe his name? Oh, Ohchi, serpent of light, wrap me in the red of night. Pulse through my veins, electric and slow. Teach my heart the way currents flow. Ooh, crimson divine, you blur the border of yours and mine. I spin through your spin, drowning, reborn beneath your skin. Tight-bound jay, a dancer's frame. Motion and stillness play their game. Smoke curls round the temple's floor. I step once, twice, need nothing more. He turns and the world folds in. Gravity bends to the shape of his silver eyes in the glow. He moves, and the world follows.
Wind howls, low chant in the wire, footsteps on iron. The sea shivers, he smiles. Drop the chain.
Born from thunder, raised by tide, salt on his breath, flame in his stride. Barefoot king of the chaos plane, anchor in hand, he forgets his name. Laughs at gods who call him mad, says I am the storm your heaven has. Steel meets sky, hear it ring, every swing a hymn to spring. Freedom tastes like rust and rain, no master, no chain. Oi, wild man, breaker of calm, drum of the earth in the crook of his arm. Anchor, storm, crash of the free, roar for the ones who remember the sea. Oi, wild man, chaos divine, strike till the sun learns how to shine. Of the east, sweat of the west, moonlight carves his battle crest. He dances where the typhoon spins, every scar a map of sins. Red scarf whips horizon, bends the ocean, knows him as its friend. Drums to dust, wind to flame, he forgets his face, recalls his name. Boy. Echo ember man unmade, storm reborn in the mess he made. Oi, wild man, breaker of calm, swing that anchor, summon the dawn. Anchor, storm, chaos free, roar till the world remembers the sea.
She came in laughing, red eyes warm, armor all crooked, heart still warm. Called me bear with a sailor's grin, said show me the fight that burns within. Her joy was a spark in the salted gloom, turned my fever to a flower in bloom. Every scar forgot its pain when a puppy laugh broke the chain. Oh, ghosts and girls, they find me love tide whispered my name from the other side, that I was always here. My flame then vanished, soft as she came. The fever broke, the night grew thin. I saw a ghost behind my skin. Every touch from the living burned, for the dead had finally turned. Elsinar's dream of tide and steel, of flame and frost, of blood-soaked sand and brothers long. When Maywa's sky was split with flame and squalls born not yet a name, 3 nations sent their cubs to war, to dance on death and dream of more. From Minostay, swayed with serpent grace, but grief burned deep behind his face. From Thermastay with iron breath came Issudon, swift storm of death. She roared like peaks that split the sky, a landslide wrapped in battle cry. And Issium, the sparrow child, who bore her scars but not her guile, cut through field on trembling wings. A softer flame the chord now sings. From Elsinar, where salt hearts burn, the gutter-born had lived their turn. Illica with sailor's blade, whose laugh could make the gods afraid. And Ruutia, clumsy firelight bright, who tripped through hell with pure delight. And at their core the bare unknown, a rusted sword, a heart full grown. Illiam, storm with fevered breath, who stood between the stars. Hymns resound where starlight bled into the ground. Steel met silk and fang met flame, and legends carved themselves from shame. Ohchi fell, his shadow torn, Hera pierced and pride forsworn. Ohchi's anchor cracked the land, but spared the girl by Bear's own hand. He roared, he fell, the skies turned red. They thought the bear at last was dead. But Ji-Lin bowed with sword held low, and gods above fell tremble grow. For never prince nor pauper's child had held the thread so fierce and wild. So drink ye kings and mark this song, for myth is born when hearts prove strong, and
should the void come gnaw the chain, the bear may rise and break it plain.
The crown is gold, but it burns like grief. Ashes fall from every belief. The gods all whisper behind their eyes, trading blood for the shape of lives. The High King stands where the pyre still glow, says peace, but his hands still tremble below. The stars are dying, the void comes again. He's the weight of the world and the ill of man. Oh, the fire eats the faith we made. We kneel to gods that rot and fade, steel and sorrow, crown and pen. This is the ill of man. Mortius fists, men's laughter divine and cruel. Every throne a blade, every prayer a tool. They talk of war like it's holy wine, but the world's gone sour at the vine. A boy named Illiam bleeds in their name. The gods watch on, untouched by shame. Varafara dreams of the void again and calls it love, the ill of man. Oh, the fire eats the faith we made. We kneel to gods that rot and fade, steel and sorrow, crown and pen. This is the ill of men. The crown will crack, the stars descend, and love will curse what power defends. Silver hair in the shadows flame, her eyes still whisper Illiam's name. Watch him, my king, she breathes like sin, for the void's begun to dream again. Men laugh sweet, the gods pretend, but the cracks in heaven never mend. Oh, the fire eats the faith we made. Kneel to gods that rot and fade, steel and sorrow, crown and pen. This is the ill of men. All kings fall, but the wounds remain in the heart of gods, the ill man.
You came, I knew you would. I knew you loved me. I slip out of the dark like a familiar lie. All snow, bright skin and slow breathing promise. My head drifts around me. A white sea pretending to be gentle. Your name stirs on my tongue, I taste it. Let it bloom like frostbite. You step toward me as if my glow could save you. As if you've forgotten how many graves it's carved. You look at me like I'm still a girl you carry through the fever, but I'm only light wearing a face, and the void keeps asking for you. So come closer, I'll keep you warm until the dream remembers what I truly am. My gown murmurs around my legs, threads shifting like a quiet infection, testing the air between us. Those silver eyes you worship catch the hidden colors, green bruises, ember sparks, the first hints of what's underneath. I smile soft in the world inside you tilts. I smile again, something ancient listens in. You look at me like I'm still the girl you carry through the fever, but I'm only light wearing in the face, and the void keeps asking for you. So come closer, I'll keep you warm until the dream remembers what I truly am. The edges of me flicker and fade. You lost love, your monster, your sanctuary. You're ending. The ink curls up my arms, a patient voice revealing its spine. I reach for you, your hand in mine. I'll be your divine. Every part of me calls to you. The truth, the mask, the hunger, and you answer because you always do. You look at me like I'm still the girl you carry through the fever, but I'm only light wearing a face, and the void keeps asking for you. So come closer, I'll keep you warm until the dream remembers what I truly am. They break. Because I will live.
No man ascends without the storm's consent. A single drumbeat, waves like applause, then the voice of Kazai.
And who
where the ruins kiss the sky. Salt and blood in his battle cry. The crown was cold, the path unkind, but every wound forged a brighter mind. The people watched from shattered stone. He carried their prayers like a heart of bone. 'Cause I's voice like a shadowed flame said, to rule the world you must bear its shame.
Ji-Lin turned his eyes like dawn.
Said then shame will learn to move on. Rise, oh tideborn, rise again. Through flood and faith, through sword and sin. Let the storm remember your name, and the stars bear witness to your flame. 'Cause I knelt where the banners burn, spoke of truth the world unlearned. Power's just the shape of need, and mercy's the first to bleed. Ji-Lin smiled through wind and rain, then mercy's what I'll reclaim. Their words collided like steel in flight, echoed through the endless night.
God's blade chains will forge them free.
You'd crown yourself and call it kin. Rise, oh tideborn, rise again. Through flood and faith, through sword and sin. Let the storm remember your name, and the stars bear witness to your flame. Wings of light and the world remade. Two souls bound by the storm they made. One sought peace, the other fire. Both consumed by their desire. The sea stood still to hear them call. If I must fall,
I'll lift them
oh tideborn, not God, not king, but better men. Let the storm remember your name, and let the tide sing where you came.
In the end, said Kozai, the tide takes everything. Then let it take me standing. Ji-Lin replied.
Campfire spat embers into the forest dark. Green shimmer twisting through the smoke like sin. It whispered hunger into my heart, a fevered pulse I could not dim.
Found her laughing by the forge's glow, smoke on her hair, steel in her soul. She said my smile looked carved from sin, struck the match I keep within. Illiam's ghost still crossed her eyes, but I'm the one who made her sigh. I never meant to steal, you see. The fire just leaned toward me. She's a borrowed flame, a restless light, burning through my hands each night. I hold her close, I taste the cost. What you win in love gets lost. We rode through dusk on war-scarred ground, two hearts that shouldn't make a sound. She told me tales of darks and rain, of the boy who never came again. I kissed the salt from every tear, pretending ghosts don't linger here. I wear a shadow like my skin. The hero lost the villain's twin. She's a borrowed flame, a restless light, burning through my hands each night. I hold her close, I taste the cost. What you win in love gets lost. Before the gate, said Gale, but love can't out-debate fate. Her voice a tremor, her eyes pure stone, left me fighting what I'd never owned. And in the wind I heard his name, the one she'd die for all the same. She's a borrowed flame, a fading spark, still burning holes inside the dark. I'd steal her heart again, I'd pay the cost, 'cause what you win in love gets lost. Yeah, what you win in love gets lost. Fire wasn't hers to give, but God's, I took it. said love's a tide, don't fight the pull. Kissed me like sin and left me half full. Her hands were fire, her breath was rum, and I swore she was the storm I come from. But salt can't sweeten a poison kiss. And God, she was heaven in moments like this. Now the wind hums her name and it cuts like a blade, rooting my ruin, the love I made. She's a spark that burns and runs. She's a sin beneath the sun. I gave her my heart, she gave it away. Now every way whispers her name. Danced in the tavern with a stranger's grin. Red dust eyes and liquor slick skin. Her laugh was a hymn to the goddess tips. In every word drip, forget your bliss. I watched from the dark, just a ghost in the rain. Her lips on his neck, her joy, my pain. And even the sea went quiet to say, you don't cage fire, boy, you let it decay. She's a spark that burns and runs. She's a sin beneath the sun. I gave her my soul, she sold it for flame. Now every tide carries her name. She never lied, just burned too bright. A go too wild for a sailor's night. I'd still drown for her, even knowing the cost. Some loves ain't broken, they're just lost. She's a spark that burns and runs. The sun. I'll take her back though, I know her game. Cause every storm still whispers Ruth's name. The shore was quiet when they turned away. Boots sinking in the silt of yesterday. No goodbye, just a breath and gone. Two ghosts walking toward the dawn. The sea held its breath, afraid to speak. My voice broke somewhere between the weak. They were my fire, my fever dream. Now just ripples fading downstream. All the words we swore, they're ash on the floor. If love was a war, then I'm the ruin you ignore. Don't go, don't go. You're the pulse in my bones. I gave you my blood, my name, my home. Now I'm drowning where your echoes roam. If the tide takes
this crown. Love was my only sin, and it burned me from within. Don't go, don't go. You're the pulse in my bones. I gave you my blood, my name, my home. Now I'm drowning where your echoes roam. If the tide takes you, then take me too. 'Cause I was never whole without you. You were the storm, you were the calm. Now I'm just static after the song. Don't go! The tide still knows your name. If love is dead, then I remain. When the tide takes you, let it drown me too.
I woke where the dead went sleep, in the cradle of what I couldn't keep. The sea was gone, the gods were blind, every echo left behind. My hands still shook with what I'd lost, every scar a sermon's cost. But even ruin hums a tune, and I heard it whisper, "Rise soon." I was forged in the silence, I was caught by the storm. If pain is the price of a promise, then I'll be reborn. From ash I rise, from ruin I sing. The weight I bear became my wings. Every wound taught me how to fight, every fall became the light. I'm not what I was, but I'm still here. The heart of a lost beats clear. They say the strong never break, but strength is the shape that pain can take. It's the breath after the scream, the faith inside the dream. I've carried ghosts, I've carried flame, I've carried love that had no name. Now I carry me, and that's enough to be free. I was forced in the silence, I was caught by the storm. Every scar a vow that I'll transform. From ash I rise, from ruin I sing. The weight I bear became my wings. Every wound taught me how to fight, every fall became the light. I'm not what I was, but I'm still here. The heart of the lost beats clear. I am not the flame that burned me, I am the light that learned me. From ash I rise, from
And when the silence comes again, I'll breathe it in like air. For even broken wings remember how to carry prayer.
Fire's gone, but the smoke remains. Your shadow preys on the dying day. We swore our names in the black keep before the Red Sea and High King. Oh, the sea won't listen, the stars just fade. All our oaths lie, where better memories hide. You looked at me like kin, a brother to defend, and left me chained. The promise you evade. Brother, why'd you go? You cut the cord so slow. I still feel the pull, I still feel the pain. Every promise is a blade with your name. Oh, your laugh still haunts the tonight. Still this heart of mine can't take fright. I'll trade my soul to start again. You were family, you were kin. But specters don't speak, they just hum and wait. In the remains they leave behind. You said for honor, I said for trust. Now both are ashes and both are dust. Brother, why'd you go? You cut the cord so slow. I still feel the pull, I still feel the pain. Every promise is a blade with your name. I would have followed you into the dark. Gods know I did, and you never looked back. Brother, why'd you go? There's blood in the oaths, I know. You left your ghost in my refrain. Every chord still calls your name. Hair of silver, eyes of embers, you're green and black. Lead the way, great sword held high. You were what every night sought to be. Now you wear the title of traitor, betrayer, or breaker, kingslayer, worse yet, you wear the better part of me. My brother, my kin, Knights 12 will live again. Oh. Brother, why'd you go? There's blood in the oaths, I know. Yet the cold called you
The moon spills soft across the sand. Two ghosts with trembling hands. We'd worn our names like borrowed skin, too tired to hide again. See, you said the world won't see. I said then let it be free. The tide breathes slow between our feet, and all our masks fell incomplete. I am the shape of me, alas, not the shadow of my past. You don't have to understand, just hold my heart inside your hand. And if this night's all we can be, then let me stay the shape of me. My voice cracked low, the truth came bare. Years of silence filled the air. I'm not your sister, I'm just me, a name reborn beneath the sea. She smiled through tears, said now I know love was the only home we owe. The stars lean close, the night turned kind. Two bodies, two souls, redesigned. I am the shape of me at last, not the ghost that couldn't ask. You saw the boy I tried to be, you saw the girl that set me free. And if this love can't ever stay, then let it end this gentle way. No vows, no flame, no sound, just arms that know they're found. Her breath against my chest, a storm inside it rest time. I am the shape of me at last, and you the mirror I surpassed. When dawn pulls us apart to see, remember how you looked at me. The tide takes all eventually, but I was whole when you found me.
Beneath the stars it drifts alone, a ribbon ghost of scale and bone, whose breath can freeze a kingdom still, yet mourns with sighs too soft to kill. Roaming beast of frost and fire, heart of grief and God's desire, breath of stars born to atone forever, skybound, forever alone. He carved the sky before the gods, its antlers lit where time still nods.
Its wings are veils of woven night. Its claws leave wounds that birth new light. A roaming beast of frost and fire, heart of grief and God's desire. Breath of stars born to atone forever. Skybound, forever lone. A dragon crowned in starfire tears, who dreamed of love then cursed with fear. For all its sons were born in flame, and bore the weight of dragon shame. Roaming beast of frost and fire, heart of grief and God's desire. Breath of stars born to atone forever. Skybound, forever lone. Now winter roams where silence weeps, a beast that watches while none sleep. It calls through frost and cedar air, a whisper woven into prayer. Of frost and fire, heart of grief and God's desire. Breath of stars born to atone forever. Skybound, forever alone. It does not rage though God still burns. It only longs for one return, to feel just once with outstretched hand the world before it turned to sand. Roaming beast of frost and fire, heart of grief and God's desire. Breath of stars born to atone forever. Skybound, forever alone. Of frost and fire, heart of grief and God's desire. Breath of stars born to atone forever. Skybound, forever alone.
Copper child on Ruutia dunes, red suns in my eyes. They snatched me barefoot, sold me to the dark that never dies. Cold stone, iron smell, master shadow on the wall. Open girl, he said, and I learned the taste of fall. He gave me a whip of silk and thorns, said break them soft, they'll break you less. I told myself it was the only warmth, the only way to touch his chest. nectar on my tongue, rust in my veins. I lick their tears to keep his chains. Power hung like honey wine. I swore it kept this heart of mine. Night after night in the velvet dark, I knelt between their trembling thighs, whispered, "Shh, little bird, let it spark." Watch their eyes go liquid white. My fingers knew the map of surrender. Every gasp a coin in my palm. I'd bring them to the edge, then render them dripping devout calm. He'd watch from the doorway, proud, his smile ran across my skin. I arched like a cat, moaned loud, drank their pleasure like a sin. Copper skin slick with sweat and shame. I told the lie until it rang true. If I break them, I'm not the same. If I break them, he'll love me too. Nectar on my tongue, rust in my veins. I fed on their breaking, forgot my name. Power burned like copper fire. I was the whip, the wound, the wire. Years later, Elsinar saw when stings. I cling to Issi's gentle hand, but in the quiet, the old song sings. The wet click of iron, the soft command. I see their faces in every dawn, ghosts with mouths still open wide. I taste their nectar and I'm gone back to the pit where mercy died. I loved him, I loved him, I loved the way they came apart under my tongue. And I hate that I still do.
Footsteps spiral like verdicts on a dying world. Ink leaps to greet them like old disciples. Their shadow shatters the air, a decay and a warning I allow. Under the ribs a parliament of restless gods, clawing at the cage they built. Luca exhales and the night folds again. Kind as a wound is a prophecy that never wanted to be written. Take the throne of nothing, let the hollow sing. Bones are open doorways, come and crown the end. Take the throne of nothing, hear the voice within. Who will walk the endless? Luca will descend.
Whispers rise in twin voices, one weary, one many-throated and starving. Luca wants silence, the pantheon wants blood. The sky itself holds its breath as they lift the crozier, ready to purchase a single moment of unrented selfhood. If the price is the world, so be it. A thin curve touches their mouth, not mercy, not joy, expectation.
Of nothing, let the hollow sing. Bones are opened always, come and crown the end. Take the throne of nothing, hear the voice within. Who will walk the endless? Luca will descend.
Battles healed us, song to lay. He comes on thunder's thread. Eluve on us, and dream uncoiled from drowning skies, a starless flame with a godless eye. The not air. Each wing stroke folds the world in prayer. Where mountains stood, now hollow moans. Where rivers ran, just ash and bone. His cry, wild silence, Lord. A tempest burst through time's dead door. The horses will in thunder shorn. A sky that breaks where dreams are born. Beside him rides the void's pale flame. Crowned in no one's name, Empyrean wretch of hunger's grave, who kisses rot from Gaia's fate. And all who watch shall watch no more. Their eyes unmade, their God shall hide, their king shall flee. For Eluvanus drinks destiny. So bar the gates and light the pyres. Pray not for hope, but cleaner fire. For when its shadow veils the keep, the bear must wake, or let all sleep. frozen gray seed. Our gaze is on his brother's face. He will not kill, he will not kneel. He bears the wound the stars conceal. His claws are peace, his roar is prayer. A hymn to those who still repair. Fire meets frost, heaven screams. The earth splits open and it seems one fights for loss, one fights for pain. Both are thunder in the when stars devour stars again, let the fire drown, let the frost defend. The gods can bleed, the void can bend, but the song goes on, it will not end. The storm burns out to crimson dust, two shapes dissolve, two hearts combust. Above the ruin, dawn takes hold and hums their names in molten gold. When stars devour stars again, let new suns rise from what they ran through. Grief, through flame, through every scar. The dragons dream who we still
The dragons flee, now you face me. I am the tide, star forged, I kindle destiny. I am king, I am sea, I break the chains. My will as I stand, man will be free. I am the tide. The poet who does not sleep. Old kings open demon doors. Tradition bleeds upon these shores. I will not bow, I will not bend by my hand. This realm I'm in. I am the tide, the call of the deep, the low king, the poet who does not sleep. I am Ji-Lin, low king of men. Through grace I fall, through grace again.
Through the ill of men I wait, where justice bends, I sharpen its blade. Their oaths mere echoes swallowed by the sea of what's to come. As I stepped into Maewa's light, a wind stirred, carrying the scent of ash and salt, and I, Ji-Lin, son of the storm, prince of skirts and blood, was ready to answer. I am the tide, the voice beneath dreams. Everything.
The one maker of man.
Your will is at my command. Your feeble gods erase my name, but in the hearts of your kin I remain. I travel time through a shattered mind in the ill of man. I reside. You cannot run, cannot hide, for that is flesh is mine. To me, yeah, I can give you any form to be. I travel time through a shattered mind in the ill of man. I reside. You cannot run, cannot hide, for that is flesh is mine. A god rebuilt from tendril seams. Your prayers are hope, your souls are peace.
You all will see.
They put a god in my mouth and called it mercy. I didn't ask, I only learned how to survive. Copper hands that learned to steal. I walked the dunes, felt the sun peel. They dressed my shame as something warm, told me this was shelter from the storm. Now something slick and old crawls through my veins, a moonless tide that remembers names. I do not know which urges are mine, only that the quiet tastes like thinning time. It whispers of root and rise, it sings of seeded God, slow hunger wearing my skin for need. I am half remembered, half a ruined song, the echo in my blood saying I belong. I wanna sleep and wake a forested pain to bloom where sorrow waves the rain. My mouth knows the taste of things that break. I dream of planting bright black seeds, of opening mouths to feed the need. It is a hunger, not of hunger's name, a worship that burns me with its flame. Where I once loved, a hollow bell now rings the echo of the progenitor spell. I tell myself, resist, remember the small light. Then the echo hums and the world grows right. I am half remembered, half a ruined song. This blackness teaches why the lost belong. I wanna give what I would take to sow this rust and call it mercy, call it trust of. Forgive me, I say, and I do not know whose tongue that is. The old god laughs like rain on tin. It calls me daughter, calls me kiss. If I lean close, the world will learn to bloom. But what blooms for me is only doom. Don't let me be the seed. Don't let me be the seed. Don't let me be the seed. I'm half remembered, half the world's dark tongue. I kept your laughter, now the hymn is sung. If I unmake the quiet and set the night to bloom, I'll drown your light in my made room. Then me and me. He finds me breaking, he ends the pain, and in that ending I'm strangely sane. He closes the mouth that knew the seed. I fall, forgiven, soft as need. Sleep, sleep.
fire, leaning low, breath turned to black. Mud swallow prints of the names we lack. Her eyes were gone, a redness I could not read. A storm that knew no mercy, only need. I held the pieces of a childhood torn, pretty laughs, lovers in velvet light, and nights that mourn. Be free, and the world took a hold, left me hollow as the ash of my soul. They call me bare for a laugh and a scar. Call it fate when the gods make war. I'll stand where the void breathes slow, and the last lights fold and the wildfires grow. If the world goes quiet and the stars fall blind, I'll be the pulse they can't leave behind. Winslet lies where the moon won't look. I close her eyes, the body torn. The song of rot is a slow, hungry thing. It bites the heart and floods it down. Issium impaled to oak, a throat full of red. Nesh watching silver grin, the promised thing. And every god shrugged when the children cried, but I learned how to carry more than pride. I'll stand where the void breathes slow, and the last lights fold and infinity grows. If the sky unwinds and the gods recline, I'll keep the light they couldn't find. He laughs at the boy, he calls him soft. I remember every ash my mother taught. Bone and salt and the taste for war. I carry names that are worth the scar. Grimback, you won't live to see morning for the ones who bled. For all of you. I'll stand where the void breathes slow, and the last lights fold and the wildfires grow. Let the heavens crack, let you fall from the sky. I'll be the light, I'll be the hope. There is no try, the last story told. I am the fist that stops the fall. I'll crawl from hell to end you all. When the sky turns ash and the oceans burn, from fractured bones a new day learns. I am the voice that won't resign. I am the last, the line, the line.
They took a man and made him sing, not for love but raw in need. The flesh remembers though it screams, and walks again in broken dreams. Beware the smile that bears no soul. Beware the hands that dig the hole. When nature eye comes light no flame, for fire only feeds its name. Turn your mirrors, blind your ken. Do not speak of what walks in, for once you've looked upon its face, you'll dream of mating, not of grace. Spiral one, womb unclosed, bleed the gate where stars depose. Flesh to spiral, bone to glass. Come, Illuvanus. Sky unstitched and wing unbound, crack the keep with thunder sound. Green flame call and spirit pass. Come, Illuvanus. Still harsh rains where law must die. Luca drinks the sleeping sky. Time is hollow, tide is mass. Come, Illuvanus. Come, Illuvanus. Come, Feast upon the oaths of kings. Fangs were old, light used to sing. Nail the dawn to altar brass. Come, Illuvanus, breath of void and veiled delight. Ran the bear in May was light. Wake the myth and let it pass. Come, Illuvanus. Where leaf is scale and bark is bone, where wings once brushed the elder stone, there grows the tree, there burns the flame. Idar born in a rootless name. It drank the stars before they fell. It's crowned the cage of heaven's knell. Each branch a vow, each thorn a scream, each fruit a sword, each sap a dream. Beneath its roots the world was sung, before men lied, before God tongue. Its breath is law, its silence deep. The dream it guards is never sleep. O tree of Vader's wound in sky, bend not when mortals beg or cry. Your bloom is truth, your bark is fire, and all who lie shall feed the pyre. When the dark comes, not even a prayer will free the soul. So we hang the head low, embrace the blood of gods, mate and rot, for we are the sons of the damned. Come, Illuvanus!
my side. If God still listen through the roar, may they grant you peace once more. You were my brother, my kin. You will rest in peace, amen. I will return you to the sea, where your legend can be free. Together we will march into the void, in the abyss, the dark.
My Rudy, sleep in dreams. I am so very proud of the woman you are. Father, how can I be anything without you to bear the weight of me? I am just a girl who walks the mortal plane. No hand to hold, just echoes in the rain. Your voice, a lantern in the sea. Your shadow, the strength inside of me. beneath the tide. Your name will not die. The waves grow still, the stars align. Your dream now carries mine. My Rudy, sleep in dreams.
They say freedom is a flame, but no one tells you how a heavy fire can be. When it sits in your hands and everything you love is already burning. They said fight for peace, and we did. We tore our names from the earth, left them bleeding on banners that meant nothing when the screaming stopped. We gave our bones to build tomorrow, and when tomorrow came, it did not know our names. The gods fell silent! The heroes died in the dirt! And the children of war learned how to laugh through tears! That is the cost! That is the weight! Freedom is not a crown. It is a scar, it is the sound of empty armor clattering in the rain. The last breath of a friend you couldn't save. The prayers you stopped believing in because silence was easier than hope. You think the battle ends with the last sword drawn? No, the battle lives in the ones who remain, in the shaken hands that still lift the fallen, in the eyes that stare into the ash and say, I will go on. Because freedom is not victory. It's survival. It's the courage to build again when everything has fallen. To love when love feels like betrayal. To walk when the road is paved with ghosts. We are the broken. But we are the proof that the world still breathes. Our scars are the map. Our pain, the price. Our song, the silence that follows the storm. And somewhere beyond the ruins, a dawn is waiting, trembling like a newborn flame. And we carry it, not because we are strong, but because the world cannot bear to lose us yet. The weight of freedom is all that remains.